everybody. It's your friend Kelly Dale here from Off the Beaded Path. Thank you so much for joining me today because we have a special guest with us, as you can see, Miss Melody MacDuffee. Hello, how are you today?
Hello, I'm great. How are you?
I'm wonderful. So for those of you who do not know Melody, this is the whole reason that I have her on the show today. Because over last week, I actually took a class from this fabulous lady right here. And I posted a picture, and I'm going to share that picture now for you to see really quickly. I posted a picture of this. Okay. This was the earrings that I made in class. I posted this picture on Facebook, and holy moly, I got so many comments on those. So
I think there ended up being like 100 responses or something.
Yes, there's
comments.
Like 130 some odd responses to that.
Was it that many? Oh my gosh.
It's crazy. Like
record breaker.
Yeah. So it's funny because I was going to contact her. She contacted me. So it worked out perfectly. So for those who don't know, will you please introduce yourself and tell us kind of a little bit about how you got into beading and all of that?
Okay. Well, I have been beading for probably 35 years now. I got into it, I came to it through crocheting. I was a major crocheter for decades. And I was gradually using more and more beads in my crochet designs. I was doing crochet jewelry with beaded fringes and little amulet bags and things like that. So I was familiar with the bead store, but I hadn't actually made beaded jewelry other than that. And then 9/11 happened and my business went under overnight. I was doing travel writing and that industry really took a hit, you know. So I just kind of thought, well, I was used to working independently at home and I was like, who can I stand to work for? You know, what kind of job wouldn't be too bad until things pick up. And I thought of the bead store and she just happened to have an opening. And I tell you, within like 4 days of starting there, it was like, this is not going to be temporary. This is way too much fun. So, and of course, when you work at a bead store, you have to kind of learn the basics of everything. But wire is the thing that really grabbed me. And I knew that was going to be my medium. And I've been specializing in it ever since.
That is awesome. So my question to you then is, since you went from like bead crochet to wire working, what got you into, because you're kind of known for working with smaller, thinner gauge wires. What kind of got you into working with those thinner gauge wires?
Well, the huge honker chandeliers had come back in style while I was working in the shop. And I love big earrings, but my holes in my ears were starting to get stretched out. I had 2 friends who had to have surgery on their ears because of it. And I thought there's got to be a way to make these lighter than the commercial findings let you do. So I started playing with the thin wires and one thing led to another. And before I knew it, I was just specializing in that kind of wire work.
And it's true. When you see your pieces, it truly is artwork. And
oh, thank you.
Well, and we talked about it in class, but Lord, I've been into a Nora Roberts kick right now, and you know she does all this fantasy writing, and I was like, "This is magic! Like you are a magic person because you figured out how to do this." I'm not a wire worker whatsoever, but I loved making those earrings because
I was going to say you're more of a wire worker than you think because those are fabulous.
Well, you know, you made it so easy. You really did. You made it seem so easy. So I was able to kind of with both feet, and I loved it. So
well, I'm wearing a shorter version of them today. I don't know how well you can see them against the white background, but mine are maybe, I don't know, 3/4 of an inch shorter than yours.
Yeah.
But you could make them as long or as short as you want, as long as you get enough length to get the curly thing happening. And you can also make them fatter. This is my more Indian wedding jewelry, East Indian wedding jewelry version. So there are a lot of variations you can do on them.
Yes, and I love those. And you guys, I've seen those in person and they are amazing. Like I want to make a pair of those because they are so pretty. So the really good thing is you've let me know you're going to do some Zoom classes on those projects, right?
I am, yeah.
Okay.
With that response, I figure I better start offering classes.
Exactly. Yes. So can you tell people the dates and times that you're going to be doing those Zoom classes for the earrings?
I've scheduled them for the first one for Friday, December 9th. And it has to be a little bit late in the evening because I'm wrapped up with a trunk show during the day. So it would be from 7 to 10 Eastern time. And then I scheduled one the following Monday, which is the 12th, and that one would be 1 to 4 in the afternoon. But if you can't make either of those, feel free to contact me because I'm happy to schedule more. And under certain circumstances, I'm not averse to teaching 1 or 2 people at a time. So it doesn't have to be a big fat full class for me to want to do it. And I just love teaching, and it gives me an opportunity to make another pair because I usually make a pair during class, so there's no downside. So yeah, just get in touch with me, and she's going to give you my contact information in a little while, and let me know what your needs are or your wants are, and we'll go from there.
Exactly. So this video actually comes out on, I think, the 5th of December. So if you're
Perfect.
watching this today, guys, make sure to hit up Melody to get signed up for those classes, because I promise you, you will not be disappointed.
Oh,
Her
thanks.
class is amazing. And I will tell you too, a lot of times people put, like this class is 3 hours long. It legit will take you the 3 hours to do the 2 earrings. So
Yeah, to get both of them with all the dangles and everything, it takes about that long.
exactly. So they can email you to get registered or to let you know they want to do it, correct?
Mhm.
Okay,
Right.
and I'm gonna read it out and we'll put it on the screen here at the end of it, but I just want to make sure it's Soul of Somanya, Somanya at
Mhm.
gmail.com.
At gmail.com. Uh-huh.
Perfect. And then they can find you there. Well, now,
Mhm.
what is the Soul of Somanya?
Soul of Somanya is a little nonprofit that I co-founded on my first trip to Ghana. And that's kind of an interesting story. That I woke up one day to an email just out of the blue that was written on behalf of a group of glass bead makers in a rural town of Ghana, sort of out in the boonies. And they had somehow gotten a hold of an issue of Bead and Button magazine that had one of my designs in it. The first time I had published with them in years. I used to a lot, but this was the first time. So that's the issue that happened to show up there. I still don't know whether a tourist brought it or what, but they saw what the rest of the world was doing with beads, and they wanted to learn some of these fancier techniques. So I'll never forget in the message box it said, requesting you to come and teach us. And I just knew right away that I was going to go. It was one of those, I don't think I've ever had a moment like that in my life where there was just this clarity about, yeah, I need to do this, you know. And it took about 6 months to raise the money for the trip. And my niece went with me, and we just had an amazing time. We lived with a family, and we lived exactly like they did. We had 12 goats running around, and dogs and cats and chickens and roosters, and you name it. And no flush toilet or anything like that. You know, we lived the way they lived. It was just wonderful, and they were so good to us. We taught out under the trees, and uh, really quick learning curve. I think the people there are so used to having to be resourceful just to survive in that economy that they're sort of in creative mode all the time. And they just picked up on things, and everybody helped each other. It was very much a village teaching, you know, teaching other people how to do it. But we ended up deciding to serve young adults who basically have very few options in life. And what we do is we hire them and pay them better than minimum wage while they're training on how to make jewelry out of their locally made beads and baskets, and more recently purses out of the wax print fabrics. And once they graduate from training, we pay them about double the minimum wage, which is pretty much unheard of there because even the minimum wage isn't enforced. So double is really a good job there. But we want them to be able to live better now, but also have the option of saving money to invest in education or an unpaid apprenticeship. A lot of them use it to finish high school and that sort of thing. So it's we hit our 14th birthday as a nonprofit at the end of July this year.
Wow.
And yeah, it's we're in our 15th year. Looking back, it's like, boy, that went fast. And I have just loved doing it. It's just been super challenging. It's been full of joy and frustration and exasperation and fulfillment, and you name it. It's, you know, the gamut of emotions that have gone with it. One of the high points for me is the young man who co-founded the organization with me, and his name is Bernard Tete, Arku Bernard Tete, and he has been with me through thick and thin through the whole thing, and it's just he's one of those people that helped to restore my faith in human nature. He's just a wonderful person, and it's like a son to me now. And then he got married this year, and he has a little girl. And so she's sort of the closest I'll ever have to a grandchild. So that's been really fun. Her name is Peridot.
Oh,
Yeah, no accident there.
I love it. We'll have to get her with my son, his middle name is Montana. So
Oh, really?
Lord, so that is awesome. But now you do trunk shows with
Yeah.
their beads, correct?
Hmm. Yes, in
So
fact, I go, basically what I do, I'll stay home for a little while, but then I travel around the country and I take a trunk show of all the goods that they send to me, plus lots of cabs and pendant beads and stone items. And I go to from one bead store to another. I'll sort of map out a route that works for both ends. And while I'm there, I teach wire work classes. So the wire work classes is my personal income, and everything from the trunk show goes back to Africa to pay their wages and keep them in supplies to work with and so forth. But it makes my life really fun because I get to travel around and meet all these really cool people like you. And it's been a blast. I've loved it.
well, now do you have somewhere where you have a list of like the trunk shows or classes or like stores you're going to, or is
I
it
am Yeah, I have it on the website. Right now, I haven't put it on yet because I'm just starting to plan the tours for next year. But I will be posting those on the website. And if you get on our mailing list or friend me on Facebook, I let people know there as well where I'm going to be. So
okay? So you'll actually be doing one the week that this video comes out, right?
yeah, that one I'm doing at my local bead store. Susan
Okay.
Council's bead store is Bead Therapy, and she just lets me come and park there for weeks at a time if I'm not doing anything else, because I can still get work done there. In fact, I get more there done there, and still be selling and everything. So she's just been a huge asset to Soul of Somanya, just so generous hearted and has really helped us a lot. But that's true of so many people. It takes a lot of people to keep even a small organization like this up and running and thriving. So I live in a state of gratitude all the time.
So her store, that's in Chattanooga as well?
That's in Chattanooga.
Okay. All
Mhm.
right. So if you're in Chattanooga this week, make sure to go to Bead Therapy. Is that what it's called?
Bead Therapy, and I will teach classes there just on request. So if there's something you particularly want to take and you're in this area, such as the curly chandelier earrings, just come on in or give a call and let them know what you're looking for, and we can set up a class for you.
I love it. And hold on one second. I
Ah,
grab something here. I just thought about it. If if you go on jtv.com, right? They
mhm.
can
Some
get
of them are still available on JTV. The green one, I think, is only available on JTV until the 2nd because I have an agreement that I don't sell for a month after I've been there.
okay.
That's the most recent one, and it has the curly Q earrings in, or the curly chandeliers. But
Yeah.
I have 5 of them in all, 5 booklets.
Yep. So here's
Kelly bought them all the other day.
yep,
Wear
there,
by the row, which is a technique that I developed that I really enjoy using.
which I cannot wait to get into this one. Oh my goodness, the deco style
I love deco stuff.
down to the wire.
That was the first one.
One right there. Cannot
Yeah,
wait to try
that's
that.
one of my favorite things to do. I really have fun. I'll find a stone with lots of colors, and we've got beautiful stones, and then do a basic bezel and then build out from that with the fringes.
Yep. And then you've got
And that one's all about flowers.
mhm.
So I
So
had a good time doing that one.
yes, so a lot of these, like you said, and especially your brand new one, this one,
Hmm.
I did that. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, jtv.com. For those of you who don't know, it's Jewelry TV. And for those of you who also don't know, Jewelry TV does an amazing experience every year called the JTV Experience.
Yes.
That's actually me and Melody just seen each
That's
other
where we met.
October, gosh, October, I guess. Yeah,
I
the
think it
end of
was in
October.
October. Yeah.
And
Not
so
that
if
long
you
ago.
no clue, make sure to Google JTV Experience because it's an amazing thing to come to, and it's in Knoxville, Tennessee. So, and hopefully, Melody, you'll be back next year teaching too.
I hope so too.
Yes, so I love it. So, anything else that you can tell us about yourself, Melody, that I might have forgotten or you want people to know?
um, I think we covered a lot of ground very quickly.
Good.
But
Good.
I do enjoy teaching. Of course it's more fun in person. Um, Zoom is the next best thing, it works. But if you are in the area of anywhere where I'm going to be, I'd much rather you come in person, so because it's much more sociable and you can get to know each other. And I've made so many good friends that way that are probably going to be lifelong friends. So I would love to meet you all. And don't forget to friend me on Facebook if you're on Facebook. That would be great. I do post a lot of stuff there. So
Yes, and I also know you go to White Fox Beads in Knoxville quite a bit and teach as well.
I was just there last weekend. Another great supporter. Gail DeLuca is just an amazing person and has just been such a huge help over the years. And I could go on and on naming people that we wouldn't be here without. And those are two of them. So
I know we were watching the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame thing on HBO, and so Eminem's up there giving his acceptance speech, and he literally reads out a list of almost 100 rappers who, and he was like, "Okay, I'm a third of the way through the list," and he just kept going and going. I'm like, "You're using your 30 minutes for everybody else." So.
That's what it feels like. It's just, and I forget half of them probably too. So, but yeah, it's been such an adventure. I've just really enjoyed it. It's changed my life almost overnight. You know, I went from just being sort of a couch potato that made jewelry a little bit and stuff, and then all of a sudden, wham, I'm into this adventurous, fun life that I just really had a good time with. So, very, very grateful for all of that and for all the people that helped it to happen, which you are doing right now.
Hey, I hope that we can get you lots of people in these Zoom classes, because I'm telling you, the earrings that I had on, guys, in that picture that I showed at the beginning, they were easy. Like, I'm not a wire worker, and to me, they were so fun to make. And I know, and they're so customizable that you can make them as long or as short or as fat or as skinny as you want them. So they're a lot of fun, and they look like they would be heavy, but they are super lightweight.
They're not. Yeah. Even your long ones aren't very heavy. Yeah.
Exactly. So they're going to be a lot of fun. So make sure, I'm going to December the 9th, 2022. That's on a Friday night from 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern. And then December the 12th, which 2022, which is a Monday, from 1 to 4 p.m. Eastern, correct?
Right. And plus any, whatever your needs are, let me know, because I'm really flexible and I love to teach. So no downside.
I love it. And I would love to invite you back, hopefully maybe after Christmas, if you would love to do a project with us.
I would love to. Yeah, absolutely.
I know I would love to have you, and I'm sure everybody else would love to see that as well. So
that would be fun. Count on it.
Melody, thank you so much.
Kelly, thank you.
Make sure to go check Melody out. Check out her website. We're going to put all that info here at the end of the video. Make sure to email her about the class. Make sure to check out her trunk show or her classes if you can, because I promise you will learn a lot of stuff and you will not be disappointed whatsoever.
I did think of one more thing. We do sell online as well. And in fact, we have a 30% off sale going on our website right now on everything except the little good luck dolls and the purses, which are a different category. And then we also have one of the things we did to get through the pandemic, we established an online garage sale, and all supporters from all over the country just donated things they were done with. Some of them are brand new tools and things like that, but anything craft related. And we don't put that in the 30% because the prices are already so ridiculously low. But you can come in and, I mean, lots of different gemstone beads and tools and wooden, different categories, wooden beads, metal beads, you name it, it's in there. So this would be a really good time to shop. And the coupon code that you type in if you want to get the discount is, let me make sure I've got it right. Thank you, all one word. Thank you, 22 for the year.
Thank you, 22. And so your website, is that soulofsomanya.com?
soulofsomanya.com. If you think of the word so many, it's so many with an A on the end. So soulofsomanya.com. And this would be the perfect time. And I'll just make sure that the sale runs that long so that it'll still be going after the 5th when this airs.
Absolutely. And again, we will post that the website and the coupon code at the end of the video. So if you did not catch it, just watch the end of the video and we'll have all that.
So Kelly, thank you so much for having me. This is a very generous thing that you're doing, and it's really, really, really helpful to get this kind of exposure. I appreciate it.
No problem, Melody. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for just a little while and letting my viewers kind of get to know you if they don't know you, because they want to know you because you're amazing. So I hope we're filming before Thanksgiving. So I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving and a wonderful holiday season.
You
And
too.
get together because I want you to do us a project in January.
I will definitely do that. Okay.
Sounds good,
Sounds
everybody.
good. Just let me know when. Bye-bye. Thanks.